Okay, you guys. Sorry that I'm late. My husband didn't tell me that the first quarter was over, so let me get to where I'm need to be. Yikes. All right, let me get to Facebook and make sure I can read some comments. I told him, let me know when there are 5 minutes left in the quarter. And that did not happen. So, fail. All right, let me refresh and find, and just make sure that I am live. Oops, and this is crooked. Okay. All right, let me find this so I can see comments. It should come up. Videos. This looks different. So, oh, here I am. Okay. And we are going. Okay. Deborah, Julie, awesome. Okay, so we've got some people. Let me put this over to the side. I didn't have time to get my little holder up. Hey, Julie. All right, so he told me the score, Rams 7, Cincinnati 3. And I said, are you sure that it wasn't like 17-3 or anything like that? So let's go to our chart. And let me get a new piece of paper. How about that? Because we need to have something official. So let's say winners. And then we'll do the score. So first quarter, let's do Rams and Cincy. And we'll do, I'll just do a little chart. So we'll say first quarter. And the score was, he said 7-3. Yep. Are we all in agreement? Somebody that was actually watching. So 7-3. So Rams 7. This is how we figure out the winner. Rams got 7, and then Cincinnati got 3. So Renee is our first winner. So I'm going to highlight, I'm going to use a different color highlighter because like I've said before, there can be two, you can win twice if the score is still the same. So I'm going to just highlight the top half, and I'm highlighting this down here so she knows first quarter. So Renee got our first one. That's awesome. All right, so let's get that. So again, Rams got 7, and then we go over to the 3 for Cincinnati. So our first winner is, and then let's put that in, let's just say Renee. Renee T. This is awesome. All right, so we'll have second quarter, third quarter, and then final. I tell you, that went quicker than I thought for it to start. Didn't it start at like 6:30 or something like that? So yeah, Renee, awesome. So I had said I was going to do, I'm just going on Facebook. Well, I think I'm going to try to like save these individual videos, and then I will smash them all together. I'll try to, if I can save it, I can edit them, and then I can put it up into YouTube as one final like video for all the quarters. So then we can see all the projects together too. I just didn't want to have 4 different videos on YouTube for the same thing. So anyway, I will edit the details of this post later and say, try to tag Renee. But let's get to our challenge. So since it's the first time I'm doing this, we're working out details. So Rose had asked me earlier, like, hey, are you going to post those challenges earlier so we can like work on them early? I said, well, I hadn't thought about that, but sure, why not? So maybe next year we'll have like something more involved. But for now, it's just challenges. I want you guys to feel free to post whatever you create over in my stamping and sharing group. Maybe next time I will create an album. I mean, I could still do that, but I'm not going to bother. So first challenge was punch art, and I said a sports theme, but it doesn't really have to be sports. But I really wanted to make this one, so that's why I did that. So we're going to make a little football out of using a circle punch. And I've done this a long time ago, but we're just going to, I think it's appropriate. And So we're going to do that. Cinnamon cider for our base. That's 5.5 by 8.5, scored in half. Then I've got the white, should be 4 by 5 and, oh no, wait, I trimmed that down. 5 1/4. Should be 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, that is. Okay, then we're going to have just jade. And I know I cut this one down 5 by 3 3/4. So I cut that down 1/4 of an inch. And that's our base. This is, do you see where I'm going with this? It's going to be a little football field. Then I cut these little teeny strips, and these are 3/16 of an inch. And I did that because I thought 1/8 of an inch was going to be too tiny for me to get in there with my glue. And then 1/4 inch was too big. But this is like the Goldilocks. This is like just right. Hey, Peggy. So we were just saying our first winner was Renee, and I'm just going to show you this again since you just popped on. So Rams, the final, or the first quarter score was Rams 7, and then Bengals 3. So that's how we get our winner, is we take the number and go over and, you know, across. So congrats again to Renee. And now we're doing our punch art. So I've got my field, and then I've got my little strips, and I'm going to glue these on. Like, these are going to be my, the lines that they have on the ground there, whatever these are. They're like the yard markers or something. And I guess I got to try to put them evenly. Let's glue them on now that I'm thinking of it. So you could use tape, you could use glue dots. I am just going to use straight glue. And I'm just eyeballing. I know I made Lori a card years ago, her 40th birthday card. I made some like 4-panel elaborate thing, and I had something similar to this, but it was like taller, and I mean, it was still green. But then the lines, I die cut like 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, like for the yardage. It was very involved, but it was adorable. Loved it. And she enjoyed it as well. All right, so I'm gluing this on. And then after these, after I get all these on, I'm just gonna clip the ends. This I had just taken like a scratch piece of paper and cut the 3/16. And I can tell already it's not gonna be perfectly measured out. And, oop, we got a little sticking going on. That's not the end of the world. If you couldn't tell, I was working on the last of my Valentines today, earlier. Nothing like getting them out late, but they're still gonna go out. That's okay. All right, so we've got our yards on here, our yard lines. Let me flip this over, and ooh, so I wanna wipe any glue off before I put my scissors to it. This glue isn't so bad if you cut through it wet, but ideally I don't want to do that. So I'm just trimming this by hand. All right, get rid of this garbage. So who is everyone voting for? I am, I love orange. So going by colors alone, I'm going to say I am for Cincinnati because I am all about Team Orange. The Rams, like blue, blue is like not my favorite color. But ultimately, we're all rooting for our numbers to come up, right? All right, so we've got our base here. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. I tell you, Peggy, I had that this rubbery thing that you were like, you know, try that. And, you know, you put it on here just in between. I don't like it flopping around. So, I'm not going to be using that. But it was worth, you know, $1.99 to figure out that it's not my cup of tea. But I know plenty of people love those. But I do like the pins. And, oh, that's what I need to show you. So I got my friend Gail, her friend Gloria sent her one of these fancy pins. And I was like, oh, I need to try out yours. Because I had got one before, remember, but it broke. And I was kind of bummed about that. But so I bought these from Gloria. I told her what colors I like. And so how cute. So I've got pink and white. And then she's got a little crown here as the charm. And then orange and green. I love it. And then this is like a little flower. I love it. So, and these are all like, it clasp. It's got a lobster clasp on here. So, I'm really happy with that. So let's just hope this doesn't bend like my other one. But I can tell this looks more sturdy than the first one that I had. All right, so we've got our playing field. And now we're going to make a football. Yeah, Julie, I love them. I mean, there's something, you know, it's cute enough. Not that I need more like stuff in my craft room, but I like it. Okay, now let's make a pin out of a football. So I use a circle punch, and let's see, we need a circle punch and a Post-it note. So the idea is we need to make an oval-ish shape. So I've got, this is a 2.5-inch circle. You could obviously do this with circle dies if you had them. I just think punches are quicker and I prefer them. So we punched out the circle. All right, then we're gonna need that for later. Now we get a Post-it note, and we have to make this like a partial. So hold it and then put it back in here. And then we're just gonna eyeball until we get like a size that we think is good enough. And that's good enough for me. Now I know this looks like an overinflated football. That's just the nature of the beast, I guess, using the circle punch. Maybe if I used a oval punch, you could make it more wider than taller. But I figured this is good enough for me. It's fine. It gets a point. Everybody's gonna know what I meant. And we're not done with the circle punch. So we have this, and I chose cinnamon cider because I thought that was more football-y looking. So now you're gonna run that through either, and I did some samples here, so we're gonna choose either the hammered metal embossing folder or the Tasteful Textiles folder. And I tell you, I'm discombobulated because I told him to let me know. Ugh. All right. So by the magic of doing this ahead of time, we've got two. So I used hammered metal and the Tasteful Textiles. So I was hoping the hammered metal would be, that the print or the design would be smaller, because I really do think this looks more like pigskin. But this one is more just like texture. So you could use either. And this was my first one, was a smaller one. But I kind of like that. So, I mean, let me know, what do you think is more football-y? Hammered metal or Tasteful Textiles? And then I'm going to show you how to make these little, the white side pieces. And I'm not bothering with the strings, like the laces up top. Like, it's just to get the idea. Hey, Sean. So I think hammered metal. So somebody else either agree with me or tell me nothing. Yep, Peggy, hammered metal. Good. All right, so you would take this thing that you punched out, your football, and then run it through the embossing folder. Then, because this is like floppy, it's, you know, the texture is broken down or the paper's broken down. I want to glue this onto another piece of cinnamon cider scrap, and I'm just going to hand cut around it just to give it some stability. This would make a really cool spinner card also, but we're gonna have to do that some other time. So I just wanted to show you like the making the football part. And this is perfect for basketball. I've done that before. Pumpkin pie makes a good basketball. All right, so now I'm just going to trim around my edge. And I can tell now I'm gonna have to pay attention myself to the game. So I can get on here quicker. Now, next quarter is halftime, and there's, you know, they always do the halftime show. I'm coming on anyway, just because people can either come on later or they can watch both. I really don't care about the halftime show. So everybody can do what they want, but I'll be here. All right, now we need our little white lace marks, or the side marks. So again, with the same circle punch, just take a scrap and we're just gonna cut a little bit off, and then we're going to scooch it in just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm just eyeballing, trying to make sure that's straight-ish. There's a little piece, and then another little piece. All right, so then we take our two, like eyebrows, really, and we're just going to glue them on here. And that'll be our football. So we'll glue that one. Oops, we'll glue it here and here on the other end. I mean, I don't have anything against the show. I think it's going to be perfectly a nice little concert thing. I've just never been into the whole halftime commercials and shows and all that. Plus, I'm going to be busy stamping, so that's that's where my priorities are. And that's okay. So whoever wants to watch it, they will enjoy the show. I mean, it sounds like they have a lot of good people on there, so it's probably going to be neat. Okay, so we've got our sideways eyebrows, or, you know, what do you call that on the football? Those white lines. I'm just going to trim these off. There we go. And I can tell I am going to have to go back and clean my scissors, but that's okay. All right, cleaning as I go. So I think I wanted to pop this up. No, I'm going to glue this one straight. I want to pop up the football and the greeting. Sue, you like my nails? So I put on the pinks last week before I did my video, but I didn't have time to add the overlay. So, yeah, neat. I like the plaid for sure. All right, is that going the right way? Yep. All right, so I'm going to have my football here. I'm loving it. So do you see where I'm going with the spinner card? So a spinner, you would like cut out a bit here and then attach this with pennies, and it would just like roll across. So that's something we'll definitely have to do later. All right, greeting. I want to emboss in white. So I'm going to do on Just Jade, emboss on white in Just Jade, and then mount it on Cinnamon Cider. And then I'll pop that up. And I'm going to have to add some gems to this because that's just how I roll. All right, so what greeting I had picked out, we have to celebrate this. So this is the Happy and Heartfelt that I just recently got. This is the one that I posted about that said it came with the wrong sticker sheet. So when I opened it, I thought, well, that was weird. The sticker sheet was from the like Bouquet of Love or something. It was all about like anniversary and wedding and stuff. It totally was the wrong one. So they just had to send me a new sticker sheet. But I went through and mounted it today. And I'm just going to trim them as I go. Like this one I trimmed up. Because, you know, I don't like to have all this extra hanging around. So I thought we have to celebrate that would be perfectly good for a lot of different things. All right, now my plan is to have this coming in from the side, like I'm going to mount it over here. So I kind of want to, I'm going to do it like about here because I might flag punch that too. We'll see. All right, so I need a Versamark pad. And is this straight? Looks like it. All right, so we have to celebrate this. Yeah, I'm going to have to send an email to Renee because I haven't heard from her. I tagged her. I emailed her and tried to message her. I'm going to have to try again about giving her numbers. Julie, you want to learn how to make a spinner card? Then we are putting that on the list sooner rather than later because those are a lot of fun. We have to celebrate this. Yeah, but this, I am going to have to reach out to Renee again just to try and make sure she knows she got her prize or she's going to pick out some stuff. All right, heat gun coming, so hold your ears. So you said, Renee, you're here finally. Awesome. Renee, you were our first winner. And I was trying to make sure you got your numbers. I emailed them and I tried to tag you. So you had the first quarter. So you're going to get a $100 order, and I'm going to pay the tax and the shipping on it. So, oh, Peggy says 4 minutes left on second quarter. 4 minutes in the second quarter. Not yet. Okay. Whew. All right. Current score. Don't confuse me. Please, God. I only want final scores. All right. Well, I'll tell you, if this, if it's going to be just a few more minutes, I'm going to have to just roll into, and it's 13-10. So is that the final, Amy? I will wait and catch up and see what you say. Is it the final score is 13-10? Let me get my other, where'd my paper go? 4 minutes left of this. Oh, okay. All right, so still not finished. All right, I'm going to put this away. So let's finish. Let's get back to this card. All right, so I want to trim. I want to do this, and I am just eyeballing this right now. I didn't measure any of this. Yeah, for some reason that looks a little bit crooked. Let's try this again. Okay, that's more what I wanted. And I'm going to have to go back to maybe my old, I want to mount this on here. My old flag punch, the triple whipple, whatever this thing is. Okay, Tracy, not yet. Awesome. All right, so let's put this in here, and I forget what the name of this is, but I don't even think it's current, but triple banner punch maybe? Who knows? All right, so let's put this on here, and then I'm gonna have to cut the rest of that, I think by hand, because I'm just not gonna be able to get it in there perfectly. So let's glue this on. Put this where you can see it. Renee, how exciting for you to be our first winner. That's awesome. I really was nervous that I hadn't heard back from you, but then again, I haven't checked my email in a couple hours. All right, let's get this back in there. All right, and we're gonna bring our cutter back out, and I'm just trimming it this way. No, whoops. See, I don't think this is flat. All right, here, we'll decide that. All right, that looks good. We have to celebrate this. So you guys have to tell me later what you think of our Super Bowl event. I have been having a lot of fun planning it, and I think it's just something neat for us to do. So, oh, look, this is going to be so cute. So cute. All right, so we're going to pop this up and pop this up. And I'm going to use a lot of these. And if I wait long enough, we are going to roll right into the next quarter one is going to be our color challenge. And I did not get that cut yet, so you guys are just going to have to give me a minute. I have my idea planned out. So punch art is this is our first challenge. And again, if you make anything, feel free to post it, share it over in my sharing group. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to see what everybody creates. Now, I like this to go all the way to the edge. So do we see how, you know, if you want to leave the white edge, you can, but I like to run it all the way over. And that's just personal preference. Yeah, for some reason, I thought they would, that it would be a lot longer, like 45. Huh? 5 minutes. Oh, okay. They're telling me the score here, too. Sorry, you guys. All right, now let's add some gems. Doot. I want something, ooh, either gilded gems or I like the brushed metallics. We could do Old Faithful iridescent rhinestones. I think I'm going to go with the gold ones, these brushed ones, because I don't know who I'm going to send this to, but they may not appreciate the sparkly rhinestones. We'll see. Ooh, I do have some, actually, you know what? I've got some in color gems that are, these were like leftover from last year. I could use those too. Nope, I decided. I'm going to stick with the gold. All right. So these are the brushed metallic adhesive back. Second half will be longer. You think, Sean? Is that normally how it goes? All right, I'm going to do like big one and a little one. Ooh, I like that. And then another big one. I feel like that needs something though. Like I may have to go back and add the, like something in the middle and then the stitches. But I think I'm going to leave it for now. And I kind of like the, I think if I were to do this again, I would emboss the grass or the field, whatever it's called. But just to give it some texture, because this is just a little flat for me. Like that's the only texture. So if I were to do it again, I would definitely emboss it before I added the goal lines. So, okay. So Sean, you tell me, how close are we to the second quarter, or to the end of the second quarter? Should be, no, not right yet. Yep, still a couple minutes. Because hubby just came up and said there was 5 minutes left, but I don't know whether I should believe him at this point. So let's just hang out for a minute. And actually, I could pull out my, what I'm doing for the second challenge. So, all right, let's do 2.5 minutes. Okay. Actually, you know how this goes with 2.5 minutes. It could be another 5 minutes, right? So I think I am going to hang up and then come on again. And that's going to give me a little bit of time. They're at the 2-minute warning. Okay. That'll give me a little bit of time to drag out my orange papers. So the next color, the next challenge is the color challenge, and that's for the Bengals color. So we're going to do orange, black, and white. Yes, Penny, football minutes are much longer. Yep. Okay. So yeah, punch card for first. I'm going to hang up now, and we'll come back in a few minutes. All right. So thanks, you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, guys, I'm back. I actually went downstairs and watched it for myself. So let's get everybody a minute to get on here, and let me refresh my page. And I wrote the score down. Hey, Rose. I thought I would catch you last time. Okay. Phew. All right, so we are back after our second quarter. Does this look straight enough? Yeah, okay. So final score for the second quarter was Rams 13, Cincinnati 10. Now I'm pretty sure this is a case where one of the girls got the same number. She got 3 and 0 on both things. It's beautiful about the randomness. Okay. Hey, you guys. All right, so our second quarter score. I paid attention myself. I saw it. Rams 13, Cincy 10. So we go to Rams 3. And then Cincy, we go over to 0. I mean, yeah, Cincinnati Bengals. So Peggy, you are our second winner. I was thinking of a different number then, because somebody had like, maybe it was 4 and 0. They had both ways. But okay, so Rams 13, we go 3 and we scooch over to 0. And that is Peggy. Awesome. 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 So we've got 2 winners so far. Now, just to remember, you know, if the numbers stay the same, people can win multiple times. I think I'm going to use pink this time. So Peggy got second quarter, and I'm highlighting this down here. So that's a $100 order for you, Peggy. And don't forget, yeah, Peggy, awesome, right? Don't forget that with your $100 order, you also pick a celebration item also. And same for Renee. So, okay. Awesome. I'm glad that we have 2 different winners so far. This is a lot of fun. Okay. So, congrats again, Peggy. Congrats. Yay, yay, yay. Now we're going to do our, my color challenge. Hey, Ellen. Ellen Langdon from, that's awesome. I can't believe you found me. This is cool. So we're making cards and doing Super Bowl challenges and stuff. So second quarter challenge was all about Bengals colors, right? I think that's what I had posted. So orange, black, and white. So I'm using 2 different shades of orange. I'm using pumpkin pie and pale papaya. And then I've got the black and white. So I've got a pale papaya card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold this in half. Then I've got basic black, so that's bringing in my black. And let me just double check this. This should be 4 by 5.25. Yep. Ellen, that's crazy that you're here. I mean, crazy awesome. All right, and this is, so I cut this one down 1/8 of an inch. So 3 7/8, and it should be 5 1/8. Yep. Now my strips, I did all sorts of strips, and this is what I'm doing with this card. I'm taking the different strip sizes and gluing them all up here, and this is going to be a portrait card. Hey, Gail, you're on again. Awesome. So I did 3/8 inch squares and 1/4 inch squares. I mean, not squares, rectangles. Ugh, you guys. All right, so this is just gluing these on, and I did make them longer, so I'm just gonna chop off the ends. And I'm just eyeballing where I place them. I'm not butting them up against each other because I want there to be some white. But I am going to vary the colors. So by leaving the white in between so that you can see it, that's meets the white for my color challenge. So I'm going to do thick pumpkin, thick pale papaya, thin pumpkin, thin papaya. And if I run out, I'm just going to have to cut more. So yeah, Gail, how was the wedding? Hey, Vicky. Seems like I confused my piles. I had a thick one in the 1/4 inch pile. All right, let's get this out of here. You guys, this is exciting. I really haven't cared much about Super Bowl in years, so this is, I'm very happy. And next year, we're learning, so next year I may do things a little differently, but I think I'm still going to do this again next year. All right, now I can tell already that my 1/4 inch versus 3/8 inch, either I organized them wrong or they just don't look that different in size. Hey, Chris. All right, and then we'll get another little one. And actually, you know what? If this doesn't go all the way to the top, I could change my design and just have it that way on purpose. So let me fill you in with the rest of what I'm planning. Actually, I might leave it like this. Okay, so kind of on the fly here. So after I chop these off, my plan was to add some of these, the die cuts from the Quiet Meadows dies, or the Meadows dies. Yeah. Nope. I think I'm going to try for all of it. Make sure, let's see if I have enough. But that's still, I think that would be cool, maybe with blues. Blues and purples or blues and greens or something. Maybe have it just along here and have wider white top and bottom. But I'm just going to go with this the way I had it in my head anyway. And I hope I'm not getting off center, but that might happen. Like if my strips start leaning. Oh, so Gail, you said Bob thought she showed too much boob for the wedding. Well, hopefully it was still nice. The barf dip is ready. Sausage rotel. Oh, Penny, we used to make that all the time. Well, my friends did when we'd have, what did we call it? I can't even remember now. Actually, I'm going to finish this with 2 of these smaller ones so I can get them all in. Velveeta and sausage and rotel. And I don't know what else we put in it. That's funny you call it barf dip. It does look not very appetizing. Hey, Julie. All right, now this one, I may have to chop the end of the whole card off because I wanted to get that extra one in here, this extra strip. Okay, so a little close together up top, not the end of the world. Okay, so I'm gonna let this simmer for a minute, and then I'm gonna bring my cutter up and choppy chop, trim up the sides here, and then we'll finish mounting our card. Okay. Peggy, so exciting. You and Renee, I'm so happy. All right, trimming this. And I love that this will just get all right down at once. Perfect. Oop, I got a little glue booger I can see. All right, let's get the, I need my adhesive remover. I've used this a lot lately, jeez. Okay, scooch all this out of the way. And then we're just gonna glue this on, and I'm gonna pop this whole black layer up. So I saw Rose commented earlier, I was hoping she would catch me on here. So Rose, if you are here, let me know. All right, and now I can tell I'm gonna want the black dimensionals, but see how we're going with this? Ooh, yeah, I like it, I like it, I like it. And then I'm just gonna glue these on. So I think I'm just gonna do, I cut 3, but I think 2 might do it for me. I know groups of 3 are good, so, but in this case, I think I'm sticking with 2. So let's glue this. So when we come back after the 3rd quarter, that's gonna be our Rams color challenge. So that is royal blue and gold. Thanks, Sean. Royal blue and gold. Royal blue, I was thinking that I was going to use Pacific Point, but that is not really royal. Like, we don't have anything that is really royal blue. So I think I'm going to have to use either Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight. Might be Night of Navy. I mean, the challenge is, it's just a challenge. It's not like, you know, written in stone. All right, let me hold that there. Now for the greeting on this one, I was thinking I would emboss black on, you know what? I can do a oval punch. I was thinking I would emboss black on pumpkin because I thought that might stand out pretty nicely. Ugh, I gotta just trim those little bits. Okay. Ooh, I like it so far. A pumpkin, you know what? Let me change my mind. A pumpkin card base might be better. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm gonna like that better. Okay. Regroup. So again, I'm gonna cut this 5.5. Yeah, Sean, the old Brilliant Blue was perfect. And remember that, what did we have just recently? Blueberry Bushel. That was like a nice royal blue, but I don't know where I put I had a few little pieces of cardstock of that left, but I don't know where it is. So that is not going to work. But yeah, that Brilliant Blue, that was a crowd pleaser. A lot of people like that. Okay. Yep, this is definitely... I like it. Well, now I feel like I might have a white, I'll stamp this in black and have a white, stamp it in black ink, and then have a white oval and a black oval. So let me get my oval punch. Oh. All right, yeah, that's gonna work. And I just need a scrap of white, actually. I don't need that whole big thing. All right, so what word will fit on here? So let's go back to, this could be I love you, you matter to me. This is how I do a lot of stamps, is I will just take this stamp, and man, these really are sticky when they put the stickers on. So you matter to me, that will fit. What else could I possibly say? Heck yeah, thank you. Lucky me, yay for love. I think that's gonna be a little bit too long. Yay for love, yeah, too long. I wanted like a thinking of you or something. Okay, let's go to special moments. I thought that had a little thinking of you. Oh yeah, I just used it the other day, duh. All right, where is it? Hang in there. My eyeballs are not registering. Oh, here it is. Thinking of you. Okay, yeah, that's gonna fit. Okay, awesome. I really need some belated birthday cards because I've missed a couple. Ugh. All right, so this is photopolymer, so I am going to stamp in my VersaFine Onyx because I don't like, I don't want to use the Catherine Pooler Midnight because that will stain really bad. But this has to sit here and dry for a minute. All right, but it is a nice dark black. All right, clean, clean, clean. That has to sit there. Ooh, and you know what's gonna work on here is some black dots, black matte dots. Have we ever had black sparkly dots? I feel like we did. All right, while that's drying, I'm gonna use black dimensionals and pop this layer up. And it looks like the only ones I have handy are the tiny ones. So let's just use the side pieces as much as I can. This is a good time where I should color the dimensionals, like my foam tape black, but I don't feel like dragging all that. This is gonna be fine. All right, and use this, and then I'll just use a bunch like down the side. And actually in the middle is where I can just put the white foam tape. It won't matter. Just get these edges. And actually, I gotta see how much time we have, like between halftime and the end of third quarter, because I can smell dinner downstairs. He went to the Korean market yesterday, so we've got some kind of goodness going on down there. All right, lots of foam. One more. Now, normally I would put glue all over this foam just so I have like a little bit of wiggle room. But I'm not going to hit all these little individual minis with glue. So I'm just going to stand up and hope for the best. If it's crooked, I'll have to figure out who I'm going to mail it to. Is Toni freezing? Am I freezing? Am I freezing for everybody else? Because like for mine, it still shows me going. So somebody else comment and say, am I freezing or not? All right, now let's eyeball. Okay, good, good, good. All right, Gail, all's good for you? Okay, awesome, thank you. Because if it freezes, if it's me freezing, I mean, all I can do is like go out and come back in. All right, thinking of you. I don't trust that this is dry yet entirely, but we're gonna go for it. All right, I will save that. And then, ooh, yeah, this is going to be really cool. Ooh, I was thinking black dots, but yeah, Peggy, I think it is just you. Ugh. I was thinking black dots, but I know I have some pale papaya rhinestones, like the little gems. So, all right, let me carefully. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to pop that up and then add some of those gems. I was thinking the black dots at first, but I really would like a little sparkle. Yep, there's 2. And then I got another pack. So awesome. That's going to work. You know, good old faithful iridescent rhinestones would work too. Actually, we may do a combo. I'll save those. So I'll use these 2 that are left over. And then I'll use some of the iridescent rhinestones, and I can just use that little bit left. I'm very excited, you guys. This is going to be a good night. Fun, and you get to see some stuff, and then if you make anything, you get to share it, and then we can all see. All right, let's blow all this schmutz off. Okay, thinking of you. Oh, I like this. So this, I can just see this in any other color, you know? Blues, purples, reds, any colors that you want. All right, now let's do. So I want to use the 2 pale papaya rhinestones that I have left. So, but I've got to sprinkle them in. So I want one, I want it right there, and then I want the other one down here. And then I'm going to do some of the iridescent. So that one, and then I want a big one, boop, right here, and then I want a medium one, because why not? Placement. Feel like something... I don't really want it right on the black. I'm going to go with, I feel like this is kind of random, but I like it. Okay. Because then we kind of like have a little triangle going. Yeah, Peggy, I like the black too. Pinks and reds would look good. Yellows. Black is such a good base, I think, for having it on there. So... you guys, this is it. I'm going to clean up my stuff and see how far dinner is. So this is our card number 2. And again, Peggy, congratulations. And Renee, congrats on your the first quarter win. Very nice. We'll see what happens for 3rd and 4th. Or not 4th, but the final score. Yep. So when we come back, we're going to do our, here's my notes. So, oh, Ranunculus Romance. I was going to use that on a different one. So, Color Challenge, Royal Blue and Gold for next, and then Square Card for the last one. And I'm going to show you how to make a envelope that fits a 4 1/4 card perfectly. I made it for this, for my Craft Roulette Challenge today. I had to, like, kind of do some guesstimating and math because the envelope punch board doesn't have the right size, but nailed it. So, okay, see you guys after the 3rd quarter. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Okay, guys, we are live again. 3rd quarter. Just finished, so let me refresh my page. I just ran up here. Doot. Let's get to the videos. Oh, here we go. All right, that's me. Yep, okay. So, 3rd quarter. Let me get my pen. 3rd quarter. Score was Rams, hey Julie, Rams 16 and Cincinnati 20. So, let's go back to our sheet. And we go Rams 6, and Cincy 20. Again, Peggy won again. So Peggy got all her numbers in, she just picked one row. And I was like, people don't usually do like that, but she wanted it. So good time. Peggy, you won again. 6 and 0. Look at this. Rams 6 over to Cincinnati 0. So we're going to go in, let's do blue this time. So Peggy, so like I said, people can win twice because it all depends on the score. Yeah, Peggy, unbelievable. So you've got $200 to spend now. All right, and so blue, and then let's write over here our winner, Peggy F. And, you know, of course, you get hostess benefits now. So on a $200 order, you're going to get $200 of free stuff. You're going to get celebration stuff, and then you're going to get $20 in hostess stuff. So you've got to think of some stuff that you want, Peggy. And then, of course, we're going to wait for the final score. But so here we've got our, oh, oops, I need my blue one here. Third quarter. So our next winner will be the final score. Now, what that means is if they go into overtime, so like if the fourth quarter score is, you know, whatever, tied, then they go into overtime. So we go by the final score. So that means, you know, if there's overtime, we go to that. Yeah, Peggy, shocked. It's funny, though. And how much have I said? Like, it's not common, but it'll happen. So funny. But, yeah, amazing. All right, so awesome. So our challenge now, let me have a sip of water. We had Korean food, and it was delicious, but now I'm going to have the garlic burps. So I need some water. So color challenge for third quarter was royal and gold. So I decided, since we don't have royal blue, I'm going to do night of navy and white. And then I pulled in some of the gold. This is from the pack that's like a 6x6 pack. It's got gold and rose gold in it. And it's kind of like, it looks brushed, but it's really smooth when you feel it. And it looks like textured like wallpaper or something. It's really cool. So I die cut some leaves. I just got this, I can't remember what the name of the set is. Oh, Artfully Layered. So I just got this bundle, and I cracked open the die. So that's what I cut these out of. Then I'm also going to use some gold foil. And I just got this punch. So this punch, I think it's called the bow punch or bow punch, B-O-U-G-H. But I did not really care that much for the stamp set that went with it. My idea was this is great for just foliage, just generic, you know, if you need leaves to stick on something, and it's going to go with the sprig punch. So anytime we need leaves. So I'm going to punch some of these out in gold foil. So let me just punch a couple of these out. And I'm just going to go right across this gold foil paper. And I'm going to punch 3 out just in case. I really don't know how this is going to go together yet. So let me put that away. Now this little gold bit, I'm going to save this because I will still punch stuff out of it. I like to think that, oh, I'll punch flowers or something out of these big bits. I never do. So I'm just going to save myself the trouble and throw it away. All right, so let's lay up our gold leaves. And then I got to punch out these little bits. So amazing, right, Peggy? So funny. All right. So I'm going to use Flowing Flowers. This is a set that I got out of the mini and have not used a ton, but I like it. And then I'm going to pair it with Tasteful Touches, which is, that was new, not this past catalog, but the year before. And I haven't used it a lot lately, but I thought it would go, in my head it goes good. It goes well. All right, and one more little thing to poke out. So yeah, royal and gold. I was thinking either Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy, and I decided on Night of Navy. Could do both. But this is what I decided with. So, all right, let me put this away, or out of the way. So we've got Flowing Flowers, and I'm using the Happy Birthday from this because I'm definitely making Use the negative as a stencil? I could, but you know me. It went in the trash already. So this is a distinctive set with these flowers. And then I'm going to bring in tasteful touches. So I want like some of this and some of that. So let's just pull these out. And, you know what? I'm going to mount these together because I want this to be kind of like backgroundy. So let me just flip that up. Move this down. I'm trying to get everything like kind of straight-ish. Okay, I'm liking that. And then I want all of these flowers. Even though these have leaves on them, I'm doing it all stamping in blue. Yeah, isn't this awesome? Getting all the congratulations, it's really, I mean, really amazing. Really awesome. All right, Night of Navy. So I'm gonna do all my stamping in Night of Navy. Some I'm gonna stamp off. And I've got 5.5 by 8.5 of Night of Navy, and then basic white 4 by 5.25. I'm going to stamp the background with blue, and then I'm going to go back and emboss some of the edges with gold to like bring in a little bit of gold. But this part I want to stamp just like with these background bits. All right, and that is just to add a little something to it. I've got to turn it towards me so I can see. Yep, I'm happy with that. That's all I want is a little tone-on-tone action. Yep. I'm glad, Sean. I thought it was going to be fun too, but I have to say it has been more fun than I expected. So that's a happy surprise, right? Yep. Yeah, we have to think of what we could do differently for next time. So I think after the final round, I'm going to do a little bit of, you know, ask for suggestions. What do you think we could do different? That kind of stuff. But all right, so let's get to this. So here's where I'm going with this. White panel, I'm going to have stamp the flowers all over. Then I'm going to stamp one and cut it out. I'm going to stamp this big one and cut it out. And then I'm going to have the greeting here, and there'll be some gold bits. So let's do this stamping. I'm going to get a couple of blocks. And this one I'm going to stamp off first. So some of them I want to be different. All right, upside down. And one there. And then we'll do the big one. And I have to keep in mind that this is going to be covered up. So I can't really add, I mean, I can add whatever I want, but it's not necessarily going to show up. So I want that in dark. I really want this kind of like covered in flowers. And then I want to add the little one. And this is going to be in straight Night of Navy too. Do they do numbers for baseball? I have never heard that, but I mean, again, I don't really follow sports. Because how do they do the scoring? Since there's no quarters. Do you know what I mean? Like in baseball, they have, what are those things? Innings, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that they've ever done that. Okay, so this is just a complete floral background. And you can't really tell the difference between the lighter, I mean, it barely shows up lighter. The light of navy stamped off and then the regular. But that's okay. I'm gonna get over it. All right, let's do our stamp the one that I wanna cut out. So I'm stamping this in full strength Night of Navy. And I'm gonna hand cut that. And the greeting, I'm not sure if I'm going to stamp it in navy or emboss it in gold yet. I'm going to leave that. All right. So I want to leave this to dry for just a few minutes. And now I want to bring in Versamark. So I want to emboss a little bit around the edges here, like not the whole thing. And I didn't want to have an entire layer of gold behind this. I mean, you can do that, like make your rectangle and then you would cut out the inside so you're not wasting it. But I didn't want to do that. So I just want to take this and I'm just going to randomly swipe some of the edges. And I'm not making it even. And I don't know what we're going to get. But that's what I like about this. All right, now gold embossing powder. Okay. And I really should have paid attention to, you know, I'm going to be covering up this, well, actually this swipe or stripe, strip, whatever. But that's okay. Nice. That's what I want. All right, now let's get all this in. I think he's definitely onto something. All right, now this, I feel like there's embossing powder all over. Okay. I hate to swipe it right on the carpet because I know, you know, I feel like my vacuum will like make it go. It'll melt right into the carpet. That's what I feel like anyway. Okay, so this, gluing this layer on. And I'm just gluing this flat. I am going to pop up the big flower when I cut it. All right, and then we're going to go here. I wanted this like kind of near the bottom. And hold this down. And actually, I'm going to glue this flat to the card. And I did cut a piece of white for the inside on this one. I don't think I showed that on the other ones, but they all get white on the inside. Oh! Oh! You guys, that was almost terrible. All right. I'm talking about the white on the inside, and I should be paying attention. Keep a Swiffer. I should. You know, I even won like a real roller thing. One of the last crops I went to, it looks like a, you know, the roller thing, like a lint roller that you used to get like cat hair off stuff. I have to find that because that would work. That's the intended purpose, I think, of that thing, is to clean up your area. Okay. White on the inside are almost catastrophe. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Put this away. Now let's go back to, where did I put my flower to cut out? All right, so let's put this in here. And hand cutting this. I like to leave a little bit of a white border. Not a requirement. It's all what you want to do. And I think before I went on, I saw Rose had posted her first quarter card. So I'm going to have to go back and check that, Rose, and look at it. I'm sure it is awesome. So our final time to get together, we're going to be making a square card. That's the last challenge. So I'm either going to be here after fourth quarter. If, you know, if it's not tied, then that's the end of the game. If it is tied, I'm going to be back after the overtime for whatever the final score is. Seems like it's going a lot faster than I expected too. Okay, so we're gonna have our greeting here. I think I am going to emboss the, my eyes itch. Ugh. I think I'm gonna gold emboss the greeting too. And I wanna hit this up with some gold bits as well, just along the edges. Maybe of just the top parts, like these petals. Yeah, like that. Actually, let's just go ahead and put our gold embossing powder on this. Nice, just along the tippy tops. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Now let me get my embossing buddy and do the greeting. I swear this is my original embossing buddy. I've got 3 or 4 others around here, but I'm surprised there's still juice in it. I mean, that's good. All right, happy birthday. And hopefully that was straight enough. Once, twice, I'm gonna hit it 3 times. I think I still am voting for, yeah, Sean, my new Versamark isn't so pretty anymore. I think I am still rooting for Cincinnati, only because I like their helmets. I'm more of an orange fan. I think I said that already, but I like their helmets. I think they're cool looking. All right, embossing again. Rose, you've said you've posted first and second quarters and ready to post the third quarter. Awesome. I love it. All right, now we want to bring in our gold bits because these are going to go behind the flower. And I probably should have put some of these behind my my strip of navy, but wah. Live and learn. All right, this is definitely going to get popped up. Now, if you guys couldn't tell, I only had like ideas and like a list written out of what I wanted to use for each quarter. I didn't have anything completely designed. This is kind of like freestyle for me too. So, but I don't mind. Gotta think on your feet sometimes, right? All right, so this is gonna go like this. And I'm gonna put that right there. So that's gonna hang over a little bit. And I want, I might just have room for one of these little doodads. So that can come up there. And I want something here. And then another one down here. Nice, 3, and then one of these. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll have to have another one, 5, maybe down here. Yep, okay. So what I'm gonna do is glue these things down flat, and then I'm gonna pop that flower up. All right, and these don't have to be, I don't have to glue the whole thing. I could have used adhesive sheet, but I was kind of pressed for time. When we were eating, I was down there thinking, what am I going to do for this one? So I knew I wanted to use these dies, but I hadn't even cracked these dies open yet, you guys. Like, this was brand new. All right. I said to myself, next time I will plan better, like have all my stuff, you know, really ready to go. All right, and that's gonna go there. But I think it's going okay so far, right? I don't think I've messed anything up entirely horribly bad. All right, put that, and I'm just gonna hold that for a minute. You don't do well on the fly, but Rose, you are such a good stamper. Oh my God, the stuff you come up with. Love it. All right, and then this one, let's just put this back just to see placement. That's gonna go like right there. And these are even too tiny. I don't think I could fit any mini dimensionals on there. I think it's enough that it's different gold, like the brushed gold versus the foil gold. I think that really shows up differently. Like it's, and then with the gold embossing. I think it's just enough different. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I should have a odd number of these as well, but I don't really want it to hang off there. Actually, let's do it just right here. And it can be popped up on that raised up greeting. All right, let me get a, hold this down so the glue can catch. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad you like it. I like this with just like the one color, you know, really. I mean, gold is like a neutral. You could change gold out for any other neutral. Even brown, that's always a good neutral. All right, now pop dimensionals for this, and we're not gonna be shy. And I'm really excited. So our fourth one is square card, which I told you that earlier. I think I may have mentioned, I'm going to show you how to make a perfect size envelope for a 4 1/4 inch square card. Now, if you're going to mail it, obviously it's going to cost you more because it's square, but I made mine for Dave's Valentine. So that card I posted for my craft roulette challenge, that's his Valentine. But just to show you real quick, so this was the envelope that I made. Fits perfectly, but I'm going to show you because the measurements are not, they don't exist on the envelope punch board, so you kind of got to make it up. All right, so we're going to go here with this. Ooh, I am loving all this gold. Gold, gilded gems, my fave. I think I say that about everything, but gilded gems, I really do like these because they're so chunky and they're so gold. I think that's why I like the iridescent rhinestones so much too, because they're like the same shape, only these are solid gold. Penny, I expect a joke about solid gold. You are on time with those. All right, so we'll do a big one. The big one's got to go right down there because that looks naked. And then we'll have a medium one like right here, and then a small one. Like, can you tell I kind of like things like 2 and 1, 1 and 2 at a little angle. So that is our 3rd quarter Rams color challenge. And I just realized my screen was a little crooked, so sorry about that. Too late to fix it now, right? But yeah, with the random gold embossing. And you know, I could have done the same thing around the blue, but I kind of like that it just blends in. The blue panel blends into the blue, the card base. And then just plain white on the inside. So, thanks again, you guys. So we will be back here for either, whatever the final score is. So whether it's 4th quarter, or if it goes into overtime, then we'll be for final, okay? So I'll be back, and we're going to do a square card, and I am going to make mine 4 1/4 inch square so that I can show you how to make the envelope, all right? All right, thanks, you guys. I'll catch you later. Bye. Okay, you guys, we're back. This is the final score, final quarter, final game, whatever. Let me do a refresh and find the video. That went a lot quicker than I expected. Oh, here we go. Let me click on that. Come on, come up. Okay, and is it playing? Yep. All right, so I'm just gonna wait, give you guys a minute or so until I see some eyeballs pop on here. All right, I do see 3 eyeballs on my phone, but it doesn't show me on my iPad. Hi, Peggy. So this is unprecedented. I have never seen, but this is unprecedented because I have never been in a pool where the same person won 3 times or 4 times. No, 3 times. So let's go to a red marker. So the final score, final game, 23-20. Looks familiar? We're looking at the last number again. So we go to 3 again, 3 for the Rams and 20 for the Bengals. So Peggy won a 3rd time. And here I thought this was, a bad idea to play the whole column out, but that worked out when it ends up being 0. So Peggy, you have $300. This is like beginner's luck, right? You've never played before. This is funny. So you have $300 to spend on your, for whatever you want. That's also going to get you, let's think about this. So $300 is going to get you the celebration stuff, whatever combination of celebration items you want. It's also going to get you that calming camellias set. That's the hostess only set. Actually, let me go get that. I've got one. Because that's one that I got an extra one. I'm giving that away for February. So you're going to get this as well. Yeah, you definitely have to play the lottery tickets. Let's see. $300. I think that is maybe the 12% round. So you're going to get hostess benefits on top of that. 300 times 12%. Another $36 in free stuff. I mean, wow. I've never seen it before, but Peggy, it's awesome. So you work on your list, and Renee, you work on your list. And Renee, you're going to have to message me. If you don't have email, I guess we're going to have to call each other. Like, I'll call you if you give me your phone number or something. We've got to work that out. So, but Renee, you work on your $100 order, and don't forget celebration items as well for you. And Peggy, you get busy looking through those catalogs. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, but we are not finished. So we're going to do, my last challenge was for a square card, and I said I was going to do a 4 1/4 inch card and show you how to make the envelope. So let's get into that. Again, wow. I did think you were nuts, Peggy, but it all worked out because that 0, like that apparently is like the best number to get, and it's all in, it's all the random things. Yes, Peggy, you need to send it to me because I have to put it in since I've got everybody's, money that they submitted. So I'm going to put that in for you. And don't forget, up to $300, I'm paying the shipping and the tax on that. So good to go. All right, so square card, 4 1/4 inch square card. And actually, let me check. Am I a little bit crooked? I do want to fix this. Let me make sure if I went the right way. Yep, I think I did. Okay. So I've got 8.5 by 4 1/4 and fold that in half. Yeah, Peggy, you could like stock up on stuff that, stuff that you use a lot. All right, then I've got Granny Apple Green that is 4 by 4. And this, ooh, that's a good side too. Ugh, but I was going to use the polka dots. So this is the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. And I cut that 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And I'm going to glue this on. And I am using the Cactus Cuties set. I haven't used it since I did all the design work for my Cactus Cuties class. But I've still got all the stamps mounted and everything. So... and I wanted to do, I've had it on my list to do like non-traditional cactus colors, just because I like the whole idea of non-traditional colors anyway for like anything. Yeah, you like that new magnet board? Sweet. Yep, I saw that. That looks interesting, and it's 12 by 12. So I think that'll be good. And there's like stuff that comes with it, like little bits and stuff that you can use for other things. All right, so I'm gonna have this like that. Now I need a piece of white. And by the way, I will post like the final sheet and our winner sheet, so everybody can see that. I need a piece of white. Oh wait, this was for my inside, 4x4. Actually, let me just go ahead and put that in. And I need a piece of white to do all my cactus stamping. Yeah, I thought the Rams would try to get more points or something. Like, why not? But they didn't. Oh, that looks like it was cut weird. All right, that barely fits. Okay, then that. So this is gonna go here. And then we're gonna build up some potted plants. So, colors that I've grabbed. Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, Bermuda Bay, Misty Moonlight, and Mango Melody. And these came from the colors from the papers. So, just let you know, I don't want all the cactuses to be Granny Apple Green. I'm gonna do some really wonky stuff. Just because, I can, and I like it. I wanted to make some pink cactuses, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make one green one, but the rest are gonna be non-traditional. All right, let's do this. And this is just gonna be a lot of stamping and hand cutting and then assembly. I think I will do this biggest one in green, so I will stick with that. So I'll do the biggest one in the Granny Apple. And let me just give these a little swipey swipe. Then I'm gonna do this guy in magenta. Unbelievable and funny. I have to laugh because I was all like, oh, I don't know that that's a good strategy to go down that whole row. But you showed me. That's funny. All right, I feel like I'm missing yeah, I might do that one. So I'm gonna add this little piece. And I was just going sideways, but let me turn it right ways if you guys, so you can see where I'm going with this. Now I wanna add another little one like that. That's gonna be kind of wonky. And then I think I will do a mango in this guy. I'm trying to see, do I have all my stamps? I think so. All right, mango, and actually I might bring in a yellow to go with this. So this is my wonky pad, my Mango Melody. Okay, I bought a new one. Somebody told me to do something. Was it to like scrape the top off? Because I bought glycerin. Gail told me to get glycerin, and I did that, but I haven't actually put it on yet. So I don't know if I have to like smush this off and then put the glycerin, then re-ink it. I'm gonna have to look into that more. Mango Melody. Let's bring in Daffodil Delight, because I want that to go with the mango. Ooh, nice. I like that. I think I could have also used Bumblebee. That was probably the color that was in there, but oh well. All right, pots, flower pots. I'm gonna have, this one is not gonna get a flower pot, but these two are. So let me do, I wanna do these. So one will get Bermuda Bay and one will get Misty Moonlight. I love the cactus set. Bermuda Bay, next. Oh yeah, you can make a bunny. So Sue, you rinsed yours until it ran mostly clear and re-inked. But was yours getting like, I mean, it just looks funky. It's not like the crystals. Like, you know how some of the pinks or reds would get crystals on them and you have to scrape that off? It's not like that. It's just weird. All right, so let me cut these. I'm liking all the colors already together. And like I said, I like to leave a little white border. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I will tell you, with all these colors and the dots on the paper, I'm definitely using iridescent rhinestones. And I have to come at this from the other side because the iridescent rhinestones are going to pick up any and all of these colors. Like if it lands right on one of the polka dots, it's going to show through nicely. All right, there's one. Let's go to the flower pot. And these colors came just right from the paper pack. And it doesn't take a ton of time to cut these by hand. I could use the punch on some of these if I had it within my reach. And I found the punches, it does not leave any border. So I think the punch is this image and this image. And it does not leave any white or any edge around it. So just to let you know that. And, which is totally fine. All right, and I'm just, you know, not taking a ton of time, but also not going so fast that I'm gonna chop these guys up. Unbelievable. But congratulations again, Renee and Peggy. That is awesome. So let's talk about next year. So I like this. You know, I had fun. I think it was fun for everybody. I mean, even for everybody that didn't win, it was. I hope it was still fun for you, and at least you got to see some stamping stuff, right? Some projects. So next year, I think, because Rose and I talked like briefly about this yesterday. What do you think next year? I could try to do like a Zoom, like have it so we're on Zoom the entire time. That would be a little bit more interactive. You know, we could all be together stamping as long as somebody, I don't have a TV in my stamp room, but somebody would have to be able to report the scores to us. And it could be like a come and go as you please. Like you don't have to be here the entire time. And I guess I could record it. I'll have to check and see what are the recording limits. You know, I don't know if it would go, what time is it? It's 10:15, jeez. So it started at like 6:30, right? So we'd really need like 4 hours of recording time. I'd have to check on Zoom to see how long the recording would go. You can Zoom me up next year. Yeah, Rose. I think that's a good idea because I think it'll be fun. Because then I could still do a spotlight. It's just I would have to, I can't Zoom and post it to Facebook at the same time, like do a live. But it could be just open, you know, everybody pop in when you want. Like if you only want to pop in for the scores, you know, then we do that. Something to think about for next year. Obviously, we don't need to make any decisions right now. But it's just something that Rose and I were tossing out. Okay, now we want to build our plants. And I did want to have a little border. So I want to put the greeting. So here's where I'm going with this. I'm going to emboss the greeting in white. And then I want to have plants like in the background. So this guy is going to go like right here at the bottom. Boop. And then I'm going to build up these two. Yeah, so I want to emboss something, the greeting right there. And I hope this is going to fit. Hope your day is on point. Yes. All right, so I want to cut this 4 inches. And I may end up trimming this more narrow because it doesn't need to be that wide, but that's just the piece that I grabbed. All right, so I'm going to make this 4 inches wide because that's the width of my Granny Apple Green. And I'm really giving this embosser a workout. So Versamark, and I'm going to emboss this in white as close to the right-hand side as I can get. Hope your day is on point. Yeah, Sean, it's not as pristine as it was for my new pad, but it still looks pretty decent. Yeah, let me see. I do want to trim that down a little bit. So let me get this here. Just with this card only being 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, like I don't want it to take up all the real estate just for the greeting. All right, let's get this white. One, 2, and 3. Nice. I don't know about you guys, but my white embossing powder always ends up with like some other little bits in it. Like I can't ever keep it pristine. And I know it's just junk, and you know, I try to shake off my coffee filter, my fancy embossing holder. But it doesn't always work. Okay, let's heat this up. Okay. Yes, Sean, I thought it was short too. I mean, it's been a long time since I actually paid attention and cared about Super Bowl. But from what I remember, it lasted a long time. But yeah, like I said, I was usually partying and drinking when we would have Super Bowl parties before, or go to them, not have them. But yeah, we would go to our friend Don and Karen's, and they were the best. All right, so I'm cutting this a smidge under 1 inch. Yeah, perfect. But it seemed like we were there all night anyway, but that's probably goes back to the drinking. All right, so this, I'm going to glue my greeting right down here. And then after this, don't forget, we're going to make an envelope that is going to fit this 4 1/4 inch square card perfectly. Okay, so this is going to pop up here, like right at the bottom. And then these, I think I want this pot further up because I don't want it to be right on top of here. So this one's going to go here with this. And then these guys will go here. All right, so how I attach these is a teeny tiny little bit of glue, like right at the edge. So these little groups of flowers, I want them kind of staggered like this. So I just put one on first, like at a little angle. And then the other one, just try to get it in between there and catch some of the glue. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. That's fine. Yep, hanging off a little bit. Nobody's really gonna notice. Okay, so let's get this. And I am gonna pop this whole thing up too. But we're also gonna pop up these guys. This one though is gonna go flat. So placement, this is gonna go, this is here. So I want this one like here. Not necessarily perfectly straight, like, you know, I wouldn't want this one right underneath of it. So I want it like off a little bit. And this is gonna get popped up, and then this one will get popped up. So same thing on here. I'm gonna do a little bit of glue right on the edge, and then just put this right on there. I like it. All right, now let's use all of our little bits and pieces around here. Let me put my, yes, vibrant. I love all of these colors in the sunshine papers. You know, they've always done such a good job with their papers. And a lot of times they'll put colors together that you wouldn't even think about. But somehow it works. All right, this dimensional is sticking to my finger. All right, let's load these up. Oops. All right, that one did not come off right. So this is going to be a busy week. Tomorrow and Tuesday, I'm going to be back with, because it's the second Monday and Tuesday of the month, so I'm going to be back with class. This time I'm doing a mini envelope, either journal or you can use it as a mini scrapbook. It's going to have like 2 little journals in it. And we're going to be using the Heart and Home suite. So like think of those colors. Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider, Fresh Freesia, Garden Green. I think that's it. Basic Gray. So I like it. I like all those papers, that whole suite of stuff. But they're going to be really cool. And the envelopes are craft. They're like 5x7. It's a good size. All right, now this I want to overlap with this plant just a little bit because, like I said, I don't want everything like right in a row. All right, and then right here. I like it. Now this hanging off, don't even worry about it because it's not going to hang off the entire card. And I like the way that looks. I really like that. Okay, let's add some foam to this. Good old foam tape that we're using up. I'm glad you like them, Rose. These colors are rose colors for sure. Bright, bright, bright. I feel like I want to add just a little here and here, and then another little bit. Okay. Now this one, I am going to put a little bit of my Tombow glue on all this foam just so I can wiggle it around. Yeah, Rose. I mean, I think after, what convention did we meet? I'm trying to figure out how many years have we known each other? Because I met the other girls in 2001. That was when we went to, that was the first time we were in Vegas. But then we started swapping, Rose. Jeez, I don't even remember how that got started. Well, Lisa, I think, started it, right? Lisa Somerville. It had to have been early in the 2000s. Beats the crap out of me. We could ask somebody. All right, now let's get this and eyeballing and wiggling just a little bit, but I think I nailed it. That's pretty good. All right, let me hold this down, because this is a lot of glue, but it will dry nicely. And then we are bringing in, oh, that's a new pack. Where did I put my iridescent? Oh, these ones. Definitely the iridescent rhinestones. And you know what else is going to work? It's not overkill, trust me. Clear Wink of Stella, just on a couple of these. Like maybe this yellow. And this will pull up the color some. So I could go and do, you know what, why not? In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's do all these. So this will, in this case, it acts kind of like a watercolor brush, in so much as the ink will come up. So we have to just run it like you're running it clear. And then might as well do this one. More shimmer and sparkle. And then I'm going to put just a few rhinestones on it. And then, ooh, yeah, I love that. Sometimes I feel like my Wink of Stella's, some are more shimmery than others. Like the last one I had, it wasn't this shimmery. I mean, I like it. I would just prefer consistency, but, you know, whatevs. Okay, so let's do a big one. right there. And there's all kinds of stuff stuck to me. And then these other ones I want like here, and then a little one, boop, right up here. Actually, I don't want it to touch the dot. Ooh, I like it. I feel like I could add a couple more. Yikes. All right, one more, and then one more here. Okay. I am super in love with that. I like all the sparkle, all the shimmer. Let me drag this up a little bit closer and see, can you see the shimmery? And I feel like I'm not holding it up high enough, or this way. All right, drink of water, and then we're gonna make an envelope. Let me put my ink pads away. So Bermuda Bay, beep, beep, Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness. Again, those colors, as a reminder, are going out. Reinkers for 2 of them are already on the like low inventory list. And I think that's not anything to do with, yeah, water. Yeah. The reinkers that are on back order or that they're on low inventory, I think that's a supply chain issue. Because if you guys have noticed, we still can't get the ink pad families, like the set of 10 ink pads, or I think even the sets of in-color ink pads are back ordered or low inventory, something like that. It's because they can't get the ink, and they can't get the foam pieces to make the ink pads. So it's all issues. All right, so envelope. 4 1/4 inch card. I do want to pop this up here. Let me see how close, if this is readable. So give me a minute here. Okay, I can drag it down a little bit. So we have, let me use this. We have measurements for a 4x4 card. Then we have measurements for, we'll go down, 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 4.5 by 4.5. Then we keep going to 4 1/4, doesn't exist. So 4 1/4, I took the measurements for 4x4 and 4.5 by 4.5 and kind of like guessed at something in between. So a 4x4 card, you need a 6 7/8 inch square card or piece of paper. For a 4.5 inch card, you need 7.5. So that's really like a 3/8 inch difference. But I changed it and I went to 7 1/4. So I thought that's easy enough measurements. So let's write this on here. So 4 1/4 inch square envelope. And I put this on my blog too, for the post that I did today for the Crafters Roulette. But the cardstock, so it's going to be 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. Because I kind of like went in between those. And then the scoring, so on the 4x4 card, it was 3.5. And on the 4.5 inch card, it was 3 3/4. So 3.5, 3 3/4. I went halvesies on that. So we're going to score at 3 5/8. Okay. Now, you know, with the scoreboard, you only use the measurement on the very first score. And then it's just all about where the line ends up. So we're going to make our envelope out of Bermuda Bay. And normally I would do some stamping on this, but, you know, didn't have time. So it's just going to be a plain envelope. It's going to be fine. So 3 5/8, putting that over there. So we push this all the way to the top and score and punch. Peggy, always with the numbers, right? So now I line this score line up with this pointy thing. So you only measure that first time, and then it's turning and lining up this score mark with this pointy thing, and then score and punch, and then the final one again. Yeah, we have to do some math if they don't give us all the options. And that's kind of weird. Like, they should know a 4 1/4 inch size card is pretty good. Like a, you know, I think that's a nice standard square size. But so see how this fits here perfectly? And there's just, you know, like a 1/4-inch border around everything. So that was really just good guessing on what would work. So let's burnish these. And I don't even know if this is going to be overweight, like, you know, for the postage, even though the square is going to require an extra postage stamp anyway. But I may hand give this to somebody. Who knows? All right, so gluing this down. And then I'm going to hold that there for a minute. And like I said, I'm going to try to smash these videos together, like download them all to my iPad, and then I can edit them and just add them all together. And then I'll post one big thing on YouTube just for people if they weren't able to watch on Facebook today. So they can go back and at least see the projects, you know. Rose, you order those bone folders? They won't ship until the middle of March? Are you serious? I mean, that's really just a month away, but I tell you, things are crazy. Some things, and mine shipped just the very next day. Totally crazy. All right, so here's our envelope, and I just want to show you it will fit. Even though I did put a lot of, with all that foam, it is snug, but perfect. And let's see what it ends up being. The finished size. So that's 4.5 by 4.5 by 4 5/8. Interesting. But I bet I would still get hammered if I tried to mail it. They would say it's square. And really, I wouldn't argue with them. I would just mail it with the extra postage anyway. But I love it. So let's look at all of our cards one more time. And then I really do want to thank you guys for playing and for hanging out. I loved today. I really hope everybody else enjoyed it. So here's our cards. So we've got this was my punch art card, making the football, and the lines on the grass, you know, whatever they are. So we have to celebrate this. Peggy, I should mail you this card since you have to celebrate all your prizes. And this was my color challenge for the Bengals color challenge, orange, black, and white. And again, I went with 2 shades of orange, pumpkin pie and pale papaya. Then we had the Rams color challenge, which was royal blue and gold. And since I don't have royal, I went with Night of Navy, and then added the gold embossing and the 2 different kind of gold papers, this brushed kind and the gold foil. And then our square card in honor of squares, our football squares. It was all about the squares. So thanks again, you guys. This was a great night. And Renee, I am going to have to figure out how to get in touch with you to get your order. And Peggy, you email me what you want, okay? Awesome. I'll see you guys, whoever's coming back tomorrow for class. It'll be tomorrow and Tuesday. So we're probably going to get through the base of the book tomorrow, the base of the album. It's a envelope mini album, and then do the dolling up later. Okay. Thanks again, you guys. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow.